Welcome, everyone, once again to the Wingman and Vandal Show. I'm one of your hosts, Wingman.
And I'm the other one, Vandal. Hashtag Team Magenta. Now, I'm not wearing this color shirt for nothing. I have been a loyal member of Team Magenta for the better part of 6 or 7 years now because I saw the writing on the wall for the bigger companies a way long time ago. So I jumped ship to the old pink team, and I've been happy ever since. And reasons like this are why. Last week, T-Mobile reported their quarter 2 earnings and showed increases in pretty much every department you can think of. Thanks to their Un-carrier plans and clever marketing schemes, T-Mobile has managed to add 1.5 million customers to their already huge clientele list. Fun fact about that, 1.5 million customers is actually more than AT&T, Sprint, and Verizon added in the second quarter combined. Looks like that whole jump ship and breakup letter deal that T-Mobile had is actually working. This marks the 5th straight quarter that T-Mobile has seen growth in their customer list, which is impressive. That's a year and a quarter, in which each quarter T-Mobile has shown a 1 million customer growth period. So that's 5 consecutive quarters, each quarter having 1 million people added on each time. So that's over 5 million users within the last year and a quarter. This quarter saw an 8% increase in revenue, which translates to a 7.1% increase in service revenue. T-Mobile also wasn't shy about reminding us that they serve 233 million people in 325 markets across the US alone. T-Mobile was also the first company of the 4 to provide voice over LTE, which they started 2 months ago, and it is nationwide in every market that they have. Now more than ever, it seems that pink is the new black.
Now that Vandal here is done talking about Team Magenta and how great their profits are doing, we're gonna slowly turn the knob in a different direction. Security company Bluebox actually discovered a vulnerability within the Android operating system. To get more specific on it, it's within the package installer, which basically installs all of the apps that everybody loves to look at and browse and put on their phones and play. The vulnerability that Bluebox has found is actually a malware-based vulnerability within the Android package installer. What the malware bug takes is the certificate of authenticity from a major company, say Dropbox, Adobe, Google itself, since they post stuff to the Play Store, and it takes the certificate that is certified to the company and actually pulls that certificate and clones it so that when it gets posted to the Play Store, it's considered a trusted app, but it's actually malware. To give everybody an example of how dangerous this can actually be, any camera app that you've installed off the Play Store that is not based on the stock app that you use, Facebook Home, which uses GPS, it looks at your messages, it reads your phone calls to make phone calls. You have any aftermarket SMS program like Go SMS. You have Action Launcher, which is a launcher replacement screen. All of these certificates from those apps could be taken from this malware bug, and then they could actually post malware to the Play Store and take over and look at your camera and look at your GPS and find out where you're at, and also even look at your messages and look at your phone calls. You even have something as serious as any credit card based app that you get off the Play Store, like say for example Simple Mobile, which is actually a banking company. But for a credit card example, you could even have Square, which reads credit card information for smaller independent businesses that aren't able to use a very big manufacturer for their credit cards. The good news for everybody though is it's already fixed, and you haven't even seen it. Google Play Services, which is actually built into the Android operating system, actually deals with all of these malware, viruses, and anything else that happens that might compromise the operating system. Google actually pushes these updates out through Google Play Services, and the highest span that they could actually do is within 6 months. This vulnerability was a lot more severe, so obviously this got pushed out very quickly.
Even with all of this good news, all of the great quarterly earnings and reports coming out of Team Magenta, there's a little bit of, well, I guess you could call it bad news, but it may actually end out pretty well for the old pink and black team. French entrepreneur and self-made billionaire proposed a $15 billion buyout of T-Mobile. Iliad being a French mobile carrier, whom its primary founder is Xavier Niel. If the deal will go through, Iliad would have 56.6% majority stake in T-Mobile. If the buyout actually goes through, the remaining shares of T-Mobile would be valued at $40.50. This isn't too different from SoftBank's attempt to buy out T-Mobile last year after the proposed AT&T and T-Mobile merger fell flat. SoftBank had a better opportunity at buying out T-Mobile because they would not have to deal with the Federal Trade Commission, as they would not be monopolizing the mobile arena. If you remember, with SoftBank's proposed bid, the merger of Sprint and T-Mobile would have made the massive conglomerate company valued at $32 billion. It would have given SoftBank, the parent company of Sprint, 50% ownership of T-Mobile, leaving Deutsche Telekom with 15%. The initial buyout bid back then would have valued the stock at $40 a share. So in reality, Xavier Neal's bid isn't too far off from that of SoftBank last year, but he figures that he would actually be able to skirt the federal government because it wouldn't be an American company buying out another American company. Fun fact, Deutsche Telekom already owned 67% of T-Mobile, and the buyout would actually give them less ownership, supposedly, probably less than what SoftBank was willing to give them. So who knows where the T-Mobile camp is going to end up. There was a couple other news points we wanted to talk about before we end the show. Some little tidbits here where we didn't really think that it merited too much attention, but should still be talked about. And one of them is actually Google's acquisition of Twitch, which was actually finalized.
Oh, it went through.
It went through.
Oh.
It was actually finalized. If everybody remembers, Google tried purchasing Twitch in May, which came hot off the heels of Twitch aligning themselves with PS4 and then subsequently attempting to launch on the Xbox One, which is, I mean, that's
Well,
where...
I know they did on the Xbox One for sure.
Yeah.
It started more, PS4 had it.
Right.
And then Xbox One was like, yeah, we're going to catch up and get it.
Right.
We'll get right with them.
And, this is good. This is nothing but good for Twitch. A lot of the YouTubers are really upset.
Well, actually, a lot of the community upset because Twitch is the gaming community of streaming all of your stuff.
Right.
And it's actually nice because it's actually specifically YouTube's division. Mm-hmm. It's not Google itself. I mean, it's part of it, but it's more YouTube actually got it and not Google Incorporated.
Right.
So they took Twitch and then now it's in YouTube.
Right.
We don't know as far as where this is going to go. I mean, they could still be Twitch. It could go into YouTube merge.
I would say that
I would say YouTube merge.
It may be, but
Maybe.
this might be one of those times where Google's smart enough to actually keep it its own thing because they've developed such a brand with it and have such a loyal fan base attached to it. I think that
it's every single gaming community is there. That's it. There is nothing else on Twitch but gaming community.
Right.
That's fully it, which is ridiculous.
I think if they change the name, they will end up alienating a lot of people that are already associated with it.
Yes, like they go say YouTube's Game Stream Division or something of that nature, or Twitch by YouTube. That could be okay.
Yeah.
But if you leave it Twitch, all is happy.
Right.
All is happy. There's another, not much of a fun fact, more kind of a bad fact, really, Vandal. Bad USB is actually what was it classified as? It's classified as malware.
Okay.
And what it is it'll take any USB-based device, now not on the computer itself, but like your flash drive, your phone,
so anything,
or anything
like
that
a keyboard,
anything that plugs into it, even a mouse, even mice.
Okay.
And what it does is it re-encodes itself onto the firmware of the device. Now that's not the storage part of the device. That's the part that tells it what to do.
Right.
In layman's terms.
Right.
And you can't really fix it. It's been established as a proof of concept. It has not been. It's not been in fruition.
Okay.
It's not real, shall I say?
Right. But it exists.
It exists as a proof.
What exactly does it do though?
What it does is, say you have a flash drive that is infected with this malware called bad USB. You plug it into your computer. It can host itself inside the computer without your knowledge. And say you plug in your mouse, you plug in your keyboard, you plug in even your smartphone or even an external drive if you have like picture storage or anything like that.
Okay.
And it'll push that malware into the firmware of the USB device that is plugged in, and you won't even know it.
Huh. And of course, that renders almost every
USB-based device, which is an industry standard nowadays.
Right.
For any plug-and-play device.
Right.
Yeah, corrupt, shall we say.
Huh.
Completely. But the best part of it is it's really common knowledge. Don't plug anything in you don't know what it is.
Right.
End of story.
All the time.
It's like a virus.
Right.
Once it's there, it hangs out, hangs out there, and then it goes anywhere else that it's able to find its way in.
That's all bad.
Yeah. The good news, again, proof of concept though.
So it's real, but it's not real.
Yeah, it's real. It's like paper. It's real in paper terms, but it's not real in real life scenario terms.
Well, let's hope nobody actually ever has the idea to do this. That would suck.
Yeah, that'd be really bad because then the industry would completely fall on its face.
That would suck.
Because then you would never. I mean, you could probably patch it somehow, maybe with like a new iteration of the firmware that figures this out. That like has like an anti-hack device on it, so it won't let it go in. But
Right.
I mean, still, it's ridiculous.
All right, everybody, that's the show for this week. Make sure you like the video.
Follow us on Facebook.
Right. Like us on Facebook.
Yeah, like us. I'm sorry.
Like us on Facebook.
Follow us on.
Follow us on Twitter. Hit the subscribe button. Share this video to all your friends. Make sure you go back and watch all the other episodes that we have. There aren't that many, but we're counting.
Well, we're only 7, 8 deep.
Something like that.
We're almost to double digits.
We're almost double digits.
Almost there.
Almost. We added a couple subscribers this past week, which is great. Glad to see you guys around. Like I said,
Like to know that we're actually making an impact on
Right.
somebody. I mean,
yeah, it's nice. It is kind of nice to know that like we're not just doing this
because we feel like it.
because we aren't doing it because we feel like it, but I mean there are people actually watching us out there, so it's kind of nice.
It is nice.
Leave a comment down below. Let us know what else you want us to talk about. If maybe you don't like hearing about T-Mobile, that's fine. Forget you. I love T-Mobile. I got this shirt on, and it's pink or magenta or salmon or whatever. I'm not too good with these color recognition things, but whatever. It's pink.
It's perfectly light red.
It's lightish red.
For anybody that understands that reference,
You're
thank
awesome.
you.
Yes.
You're awesome. If you don't, you might want to look it up.
This has been Tech Talk
With Wingman.
and Vandal.
Till next time. Peace.